Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Chat. I see Denny's online already. It looks like it's going to be, I don't know what it's going to do today. It looks a little cloudy out there this morning. So, yeah, welcome, everybody. Sue's over here. She's co-piloting me. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, I think so.
Co-piloting me. Ron's on. Good morning, Ron. So we got Ron and Denny on. So, it's Friday. You know, when you're retired, Friday don't mean quite as much as it does when you're working, because that means the weekend is here, and so you get to have the weekend. Hey Google, good morning.
Good morning, Lucky Dog. It is 8 a.m. Right now in DeLand it's 74 and partly cloudy. Today there will be scattered thunderstorms with a forecasted high of 91 and a low of 71. Today at 8 p.m., you have OWDW. Have a nice day.
OWDW, that's always gone to Disney. I need to take that off my calendar because I think we're about out of Disney time. They block you out a certain, is it June 1st?
June 2nd.
June 2nd they block you out, so, and then you're done. That's your year's worth, so.
And it has to be today because June 2nd is Saturday,
so yeah, so today would have been the last day for your annual pass.
We better go to Disney World today.
No, I don't feel like going to that place. Wait in line for 2 minutes ride. That's your back hurts, so yeah, we take scooters over. Ron said she had over 6 inches of rain in 4 days.
Wow.
This rain has just been non-stop. My friend, her house over in Daytona, she's close, and she said water was coming into her house and she was using shop vacs. They did it. She's had this problem, and then we got a lot of rain. Our club was going to reschedule our picnic and meeting for this Saturday. That was canceled again for the whole month because of the field so full wet. I'm not even planning on going over the field this weekend, so because it's just wet, you know, our field gets very wet. So what is this? Is this the second or third weekend we haven't went to the field?
This would be the third.
The third weekend because of water and stuff. So it's just been crazy weather. You know, it's it's been a whole crazy year with all the crazy winter, crazy spring, now with crazy summer, cold winter, wet spring. You know,
cold spring too. Actually,
it was actually a cold spring. It wasn't bad here, but it hasn't been as hot. That's the only good thing. I don't think it's been as hot. Although I think they're saying we're supposed to get up 90s. So either ways, you know. Ron says no rain today. They say I'm going to try to go fly. Yeah, it's like I don't know when we'll go fly again. But I've been playing with aquariums anyways. I set up a little 20-gallon tank here and played with the filter. I make a homemade filter and everything for it. So I've been messing around with that. Indoor things. So you can do indoor things. Although it's not raining where we can't go in. Denny said Chad said he tried to rain, and so he's tired of the rain in South Carolina. Yeah, it's just like rain everywhere. So it's been some crazy winter patterns. Hey Google, tell us a joke.
Did you hear about the quarry that went out of business? They hit rock bottom.
They hit rock bottom. There's the quarry, you know, and so. Hey, has any of you guys ever, today we need to get groceries. It's first of the month, and that's when we usually get groceries. Me and Sue both just hate going to the grocery store. You walk around, and your back kills you after you're walking on those hard floors and trying to get everything. Sue's knee hurts. And then the time you get everything, and then check out, put it in the car, come home, put it away. That's a pain in the butt, huh? So we did this once before. Walmart, you can go online, pick all your stuff out. They get it all ready for you. They let you know when it's ready. You go there, and when you get there, there's a place you park. You give them a call, tell them who you are. Guy brings your stuff all out to you, puts it in the car for you, and then all you do is drive home. That eliminates a lot of the work. So this morning I already started a little order. We're working on that. We're gonna try it to see how much we can get. And
we just got a limited order the last time.
Yeah, last time we just got a little bit. We're going to try to get our whole entire grocery order this time and see how that works out. So I don't know if anyone's has done that or not, but you know, we're gonna give this a try again. So that's what we're going to do this morning. Put together a grocery order, probably this afternoon sometime. It'll be ready, and we can run and go get it. See how it works out for us. So that was our plans for today. Hey, question: when did you leave home? Like, you know, when you was a teenager. When did you leave home and say, okay, kick you out of the nest? And how old was you?
18.
Sue said she was 18.
It was October after I graduated.
October after she graduated.
I had just turned 18 the month before.
Well, I think I was probably, I think I was 17, but I might have been 18. I might have been 18, but I was thinking I'm 17, something like that. So I left home. Ron says our Walmart don't have that. Oh, cool. Lucky ours do. They don't all have that, but luckiness ours does on it. I know my friend Todd, Walmart has it because he does that. Ron said he was 17. I don't know how old was Denny. He hasn't left home yet. No.
Denny? 17, because I think he was 17. He was going into the. Mom had to sign for him to go into the Marines.
Okay, and so Denny went into.
If he remembers that.
Do you remember that, Denny? Was Sue said you thought you was 17 and your mom signed for you to go into the Marines? So, so nowadays, I don't think kids leave home so early. You know, in our days, we were all 17, 18 years old, and that's when we left home. I seen the other day some parent was suing the kid to leave home. He was 30, and she had him kicked out, or had to get kicked out of the house. Where was that at? You remember, Sue?
I don't remember where it was. Yeah.
Oh, good morning, Larry. How you doing? Hey, Larry, I saw your post. You're getting ready to go on an adventure with the Roadtrek. How cool that is. Yeah, Denny said he left home at 18. All that stuff. Yeah, I was reading Larry's had a post on the one of the group. I think it was a Chevy group, was it? Going on an adventure on it. Oh, Larry says my parents signed for me to go into the Army at 17. So yeah, you know, it's quite different now. Back then, a lot of guys went to the service. You know, that's what was going on back then. Usually, some guys signed up. I got drafted. They didn't take me. They said that back then I was less than 100 pounds, so they didn't take me. But I did get drafted. You had the lottery, pick a number, and that was your lottery. So that would have been 18, so I'd already out of the house before I got drafted on it. So, yeah, Larry says today's a big day. The Roadtrek's all packed, leaving today. Good. You sound like you'll have a great trip. Keep us posted, you know. I don't know if you do pictures or not, Larry, but on your travels, do some pictures and post them. I think you're on our group, the Roadtrek King group, our Facebook group.
I'll add him if not.
Susan, she'll add you if you're not. She'll try to add you, but yeah, post some pictures. I love pictures when people are traveling and that. So he said he posted on both groups there. So but yeah, it's fun. So have safe travels, Larry. So he's going to go out on a road trekking trip on it. So anyways, back to why don't kids leave home nowadays? Like we did when we were younger, you know. We were out of the house pretty early, and I didn't leave home because I had a bad at home. We left home. I mean, we had a great family life at home, so I wasn't no problem on it. I'll be posting all along the way, and we'll be posting in both groups. So good. We'll be looking forward to see your adventures, Larry. So I love to follow people when they're traveling, just like we'll follow a lot of the people in their camping adventures there. I watch a lot of YouTube people traveling all over the place on it. So anyways, so why don't kids leave home today? I know they'll be 20, 22, 23, and they don't leave home. Is it because it's just too easy to be home? I don't know. Myself, when I was that age, I kind of just wanted to start my own life, and you know, that's what you did. You got out of school. In fact, I left before I was out of school, and you know, it's just something I wanted to do. But kids don't leave now. Larry says my daughter is now 37 and still living with her mother in Florida. So I know, 37. I don't know. I just don't. I don't understand the difference now than it was when we were younger. And I mean, that's not just an isolated thing. It's kind of a generalized thing that kids don't tend to leave. The neighbor, I think he was probably 21, and I noticed he had a girlfriend, and finally I don't think he's living there anymore. I think he's left the house about 21, which ain't bad, even 21, but at that early 20s, it seems like it's time to kind of move on and make your own life. So anyway, I thought we'd chat a little bit about that today. So another little thing I was thinking about, if you was in an elevator and you got stuck in an elevator with a famous person, what famous person would you want to be stuck with in an elevator?
Oh, you have your choice?
Yeah, you have a choice. What famous person would you want to be stuck in an elevator with?
Does he have to be alive or dead?
Well, I guess it really doesn't matter, but it'd be kind of weird being stuck in the elevator with a dead person. So.
Cary Grant.
Cary Grant.
I love Cary Grant.
Then he says money. That's why people don't. That's right. That's why a lot of them don't leave home, because of money. Cary Grant. So Sue wants to be stuck. I would want to have a good time, because I think Bill Murray would be fun.
Oh, that'd be funny.
He would have, from what I've heard, Bill Murray will crash a party, and he's hilarious anyways. I like Bill Murray. He's a great comedian. But he'll just crash a party there, and he can come up with the most funniest things. So I wouldn't want to. I don't care about notoriety. Like oh no, there is Lady Gaga. That doesn't. I don't.
Be stuck with Lady Gaga.
No, I'm saying that I don't care.
I know.
About celebrities. I don't go gaga over celebrities. I don't care. Tom Cruise. I don't care if it was who's a big fancy celebrity that's sexy and a woman. I couldn't care less, about them, because I don't idolize celebrities. Seems like a lot of people do. It's like probably more so younger kids do that. I really don't like the Ellen show, but I was watching it the other day, and some Korean kids got up on stage, and they could not sing, and they were jumping around and dancing. These carols were just going screaming. It was like, I don't get it. So because they couldn't even sing. It's like, where do these come from? But either way, it's like, where the rest of you guys? Ron, Larry, Denny, who would you like to be stuck in an elevator with? My choice is, Sue said she wants to be Cary Grant. Why do you want Cary Grant? Because he's dreamy?
Because he's what?
Because he's dreamy?
Oh, he's just suave and elegant. He's just my favorite actor.
He's a homosexual.
Cary Grant?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
Well, if, romance-wise.
Cary Grant wasn't, I don't think. That was Rock Hudson.
Oh, that was Rock Hudson. Oh, okay.
He would be all right, too, because he was a good actor.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. He wouldn't scare me because he's gay. Ron says, I was in an elevator with one of the Bigfoot guys. And oh, yeah, I remember they were researching Bigfoot. I remember you telling about that. That they was... and
they're tall. That way they can also get up to get out the...
They can get out of the top there real easily on it. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I was like, I've never been stuck. I don't think I've ever been stuck in an elevator. I've been in an elevator sometime. Larry says I never thought about it and don't really care much for celebrities. I'm with you, Larry. I don't care much for celebrities. I'm not impressed, It's like, I've met a few, and it's like, oh, hey, cool, there was some. But I wasn't apey over them. It's like, I met Reba McEntire once. She was at the fair, and I've met Johnny Cash, and I've met some NASCAR. I've met Jeff Gordon, but I wasn't gaga over them. It's like it was cool. It's like, oh look, there's Jeff Gordon. Hey, how you doing? But I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I won't wash my hands again. So anyway, and that's a normal way, like Larry says. That's a normal way to act. It's like, cool, but who cares, Anyway, so I thought I'd talk about that. The only other thing I had on here was Have you ever explored an old house? I've watched a few videos where these guys will go around and they'll explore old abandoned homes. It wouldn't even have to be houses. It could be abandoned anything. I've seen them abandoned malls. You know, a lot of different buildings that's been abandoned. They go around. I think the thrill of that is like, I don't know if you should be there. You're trespassing. You know. Oh, Ron said they were doing down at Hicken State Park, the Bigfoot guys, and they were in the area. I remember as a kid, an abandoned house. We lived out in the country, and there was one way back in that people had abandoned this house where they actually make like Wobbeson was there now, and it was a farmhouse, and they looked like people just walked away. And I remember as kids, we was going in that house there, and it just looked like they had just up and walked away from this house. You know, they tractor was out in the field, and you know, it's like you wonder what went on. And this happens. I've seen that in these guys make these YouTube videos about exploring old places. Like they walked away. You know, I see one the other day. There was the table was made, and there was stuff on the table. It's like, all right, guys, come on, we're leaving. They're just out of here. We're not staying here anymore, and they go. So, see, I've only ever, like I said, maybe the one when I was a kid. I don't know if any of you guys have ever done that, to explore an abandoned house or an abandoned building, and it's kind of interesting, you know. There's a over here just outside of town, or by DeLeon Springs, an old orange plant that's abandoned, and I always thought about taking my drone over there and flying it. And it says no trespassing, but other people have done videos. But I don't know, if several weeks ago I seen someone posted they were actually making a movie there. It's Bob White Orange is over there, and it's kind of neat, an old abandoned orange plant there. Larry says, as a kid, there was an abandoned factory that we used to sneak into. I had a working phone, and we used to make crank calls. Oh, all right, cool. We used to do that, crank calls, you know, call somebody up, said, hey, this is electric company, is your refrigerator running? And people would go check, yeah, it's running, well, you better go catch it. Yeah, it's like stuff like that. We used to do some silly stuff, get on the phone, make little prank calls. Harmless, but it was fun. Denny says house on the corner at Millbrook. It's gone now, so he went in the house there and do it. There was a house, and I never went inside of it, down at Millersburg. You go down a sharp corner there just before you get into Holmesville. Actually, not Millersburg, Holmesville. And it had a tower. They used to say the house was part of the Underground Railroad. And you would go around this, it was like on a sharp bend there, and you'd see like a light on in the window. And we went back there one time, walked back there, and there was no lights on. And I'm thinking it was probably your headlights was reflecting, made it look like windows on it. Yeah, Ron mentioned we lived in an old milk house, and we did. Me and Ron, when we was kids, we lived in Mahickenville. It was an old milk house. There was an apartment upstairs. We lived upstairs in this apartment, but down below was this big building that used to be for milk processing, or I'm not sure what they exactly did. They brought canned milk in there and but it was an old milk house, and it was always spooky. There was a few little rooms down below in the bottom part, and you go down there at nighttime. I mean, it was really, really spooky. Go downstairs and investigate that out. But yeah, we lived there as a kid. It was kind of spooky. It's still there. You know, people still live in it. You know, they haven't done nothing as a milk house in a long time. Be interesting to find a little more history about that milk house and see about it. But it's right there, right in the middle of Mahickenville on Route 95 in Ohio. But yeah, we lived there and did some investigating there. So anyways, that's a little bit, it's kind of fun to explore things like that, you know, kind of spooky in some ways, but you gotta be careful. Some of us, you're trespassing sometimes, you know, and sometimes trespassing signs are up just to protect the people who owned it, because somebody goes in there and gets hurt. They shouldn't be responsible. You're messing around in their property and you get hurt. So I think they put the trespassing signs up just to protect themselves, you know. So, all right. Well, that's all I had written down today. We're about 20 minutes here. So what we're going to do is try to put together a grocery list and go do a pickup at Walmart. See how that works out for us today. Larry's going to get ready to head out on his Roadtrek trip. That'll be a blast. Looking forward to some pictures of that. Ron's going to try to go fly airplanes. I don't know what Denny's up to today. But I'm sure he'll find things to do. So, hey, when you're tired, it seems like there's always things you can be doing. So we're going to get out of here today. So if anyone's watching this later on, you got a comment, spooky places or whatever you want to comment on, leave it in the chat box, and we'll talk about that again tomorrow. And hit the thumbs up and like us. Tell your friends about us. Bring more people in. It's fun. I love when everybody drops. Good to see Larry back in again there. I haven't talked to Larry for a little bit. So if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the little ringer-dinger thing there, and I'll give you a notification when we're live. But every morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, we have our thing live. I don't... Larry says going to wash the Roadtrek before we leave. Yeah, always nice to start out with a nice clean rig to get started out with, you know. So anyways, we'll see everybody tomorrow morning. Have a good Friday, and talk to you tomorrow.